Getting sick made me reclaim my life. I did not expect that being sick over the past like a couple of weeks would change so much within me. And in this video, I want to share with you the realizations I've had. And yes, my voice is still a little raspy because I had an acute something tonsillitis. So my tonsils were quite infected. And because of doctor's orders, I really focused on not talking much over the past few days, especially. So that's why I also didn't create any videos because I really didn't have a voice. So, but here I am and I'm back on track. So, what I wanted to share with you today is really the insights that I gained over the past couple weeks and what it sparked within me. Before I get into that, everyone who is new to my channel, welcome to this video. My name is Martin. Wow, it feels like I haven't done this for a while, so I'm thinking about who am I? Well, good question, because over the past few days, I've asked myself that a few times. But yeah, everybody who does not know me, my name is Martin, and I really want to share here, this is my purpose, to share with you openly, without holding back, without all the bullshit. I want to share my life stories, my lessons, the tribulations and the errors, but also the ups, the celebrations, the breakthroughs that I have. And I want to share it with you so that I can inspire people, hopefully you, to take charge of your own life, to be in the driver's seat of your life, and to live unapologetically without a mask, and especially without anyone telling you what you should do, but you're taking responsibility and you're taking back the reins to decide what you want to do in your own life. And it's so interesting how, I've used that introduction in my videos because it just resonates with me and who I am. It's quite funny that when I was sick, I questioned so many different things. And one of the realizations I had is, first of all, I love sharing about my life. I'm really, really open. If you've seen some of my videos, then you know by now that I don't hold back. And if you want to see my videos, also if you want to be notified about my future videos, then hit the subscribe button and follow my channel. I do intend to upload new videos pretty much every day. But it was so interesting that the way I questioned myself, and I was like, okay, I love sharing myself, but in that moment where I didn't do that for a few days and I was just by myself, I started to be emotional, but not the emotions that I shared in previous videos where it was really about my healing process. So those of you who don't know, in the beginning of the year, I went through a breakup that was really rough for me, and it kind of triggered or inspired me going on a healing journey and discovering more about who I am. And there's a lot of things that that came to surface, and I'm not going to get into those things in this video because I shared a few times already. So if you want to check it out, just check out my previous videos as well. But what I realized over the past couple of weeks is when I started to get sick, I felt lonely. I felt I had that longing within me for someone to be there to take care of me, because that's what I always do. I always love taking care of people, and then I'm sick and I'm here and I'm like, okay, I wish I had that partner who is, looking after me when it's very, very hard for me to take care of myself. However, that was one of the realizations. I'm like, I've been so busy, and absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've loved being so busy over the past months. The amazing people that I coached, the successes, the breakthroughs that I was able to witness, and that I've also been through. I mean, there's no regrets at all. However, taking care of myself and taking care of myself, I realized they're two different things. Because I did take care of myself when it comes to living my passion, when it comes to the financial aspect, to going like on regular massages or doing kung fu. But what I realized is there's a lot of time that I still have, and that time I did not use or utilize in a way that was self-loving or self-appreciating. I don't think I've shared that in the videos yet, but I've been smoking cigarettes for quite a while. And I've been wanting to stop for, for a very, very long time. And especially after the breakup, I was like, I want to stop. I want to completely turn around my life. I want to change. I want to stop smoking. Well, it was probably the worst time to have that kind of intention, and it didn't work. I didn't even try because I was so emotionally overwhelmed that I didn't care. Like I was just saying that in that moment, but I didn't really feel it. But when I got sick, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to smoke while I'm sick, because I always say health first, and when I'm sick, I'm not going to do that, especially if it's a throat infection. And one that requires antibiotics and painkillers. I'm not going to do that to myself. And in that time, especially the last couple of days, I finished a book, and it's all about like how to stop smoking and how to make it easy. And basically, it's a program that I've followed for a few weeks now, or a few weeks ago, I kind of like really started with it, and then the past 2 days, I just dived into it, and I stopped smoking. And really, and I know a lot of people say, well, you just stopped, so how can you say you're a non-smoker? It's like, it's up here. It's all up here, and not in the conscious mind, but in the subconscious. I've put a lot of focus into reprogramming. Like, who do I want to be? What do I want my life to be like? I've done that for the past few months during my healing journey. Like, who am I? Who do I want to be? And over the past couple of weeks, that was one of the things that I really said I'm going to do. And now I stopped smoking. And so, good job, Martin. I'm celebrating myself here to live a smoke-free life and gain my health back, gain my time back. And that the reason why I shared all this is not like, this is not a how to stop smoking video, whatever. It's really about the time, because I realized that I have, like, the time that I used, especially when I was not working, it was like I went outside frequently for a cigarette. I was in that moment like kind of distracting myself. Smoking also is a way of suppressing emotions or parts of emotions and things that we do not want to feel or acknowledge. And I realized that for me, and I've realized that a while ago, that smoking keeps me from fully becoming the version of myself that I want to become, and also to release certain emotions, certain patterns that I've recognized. And especially when it comes to how to treat myself. And now I have so much more time to just relax, to just slow down. Because it's always like been a struggle in that way, where it's like the cigarette that I told myself was gonna be relaxing. It was more stress to figure out like, oh, how much time do I have? How can I get one? Like in a break, whatever. And it created more stress than anything else. But also the time that I had at home, I was like, there's so many. I didn't do like I did a lot of things, but I didn't do a lot of things that meant a lot to me, like music. My piano is right over there, and it's been standing there for a while, and it was just decoration. Now I started playing again because I was like, you know what? Just take a few minutes a day. And this is really also connected to the relationship that ended. That's why I'm drawing this, or I'm making this circle now. It's I always thought I missed my ex so much, and that when I get home and I'm reminded I'm by myself, I'm like, there's like something that I lost. However, I gained something, not just through the relationship ending, but also now through being sick. I realized how to spend time with myself, how to appreciate myself, how to value myself, to listen to what I need. In the past, I would have just pushed through any kind of sickness and just not really made a fuss about it. And now I'm like, no, I deserve to take care of myself and be taken care of by myself. So that's why I canceled all my appointments. Except like 2 when I felt like my voice was okay-ish. There was 2 online appointments I did, but then I also realized that's not gonna continue. So I had like almost all my appointments canceled. But I started playing piano. I didn't have to speak for it. I just had to use my fingers. And I started reading again. I just took time for myself and said, this is my time now. For me. Not to learn something new for like work, not to grow in like any other way, but just to have fun. Immersing myself in music or in a good book. That I've been like doing that since I was a little kid. And I've done inner child work as well. And now it just popped. That's why I'm like a little bit teary-eyed right now. Because as a child, like there's pictures of me where I'm like a little tiny boy having like pots and pans in my parents' house, and I pretended they were drums, and I just took like the cooking spoons and I just banged the pots and pans and made a lot of noise. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for allowing me to do that. And I played the drums and percussion for 12 years. And like I went to conservatory and music school. Like it was part of my life for over a decade. And so now thinking back, like as a little kid, I did that. And a lot of the stuff that I'm working through right now is inner child work, reconnecting to my inner child. My inner child, like one word that it's been screaming a lot was adventure, adventure, adventure. I know I want to go on adventures. I want to go and explore the world. I want to travel. I want to do like crazy shit like bungee jumping and skydiving. But I also want to take the quiet or quieter moments like playing the piano, reading a book, going for walks. A few things I've done over the past couple of weeks and months, but there's a lot of things I didn't do. And being sick really made me realize that this is what I want to invite back into my life. And why I want to share this with you is because you don't have to get sick to do that, but really dive deep into yourself. Look at where have you been holding back? How have you not shown up in your own life that you would like to show up? In which way? Like the expression. Do you want to do more like kind of art or music, sports? Do you want to go more into nature to reconnect with yourself? What is it that you truly want to give yourself? What have you kind of buried over the past, maybe it was weeks, months, or even years or decades? It's never too late. It's never too early, but it's also never too late to rediscover your dreams, to go for it, to follow passions, to pick up new hobbies, like all those things. It's never too late. And my focus now really is balance, not work-life balance in the usual sense, because I believe work is part of life. So in the end, it just comes down to balance. But I've been watching a show over the past couple of days called Matlock, and it's a great show. And they were talking about work-life balance. And Matlock, the main character, she said something that was really, I was like, wow, that resonates. She said for work-life balance, you need life. You need a life, meaning hobbies and passions, dreams, things that are not connected to work. And for me, it just happens that work is part of my passions, that I've kind of forgotten to also balance it out. And during my work, I'm very high energy. I'm moving around a lot. I'm talking a lot. I have like so many conversations. I have so much focus also on other people that I need to balance it out more, where I just focus on myself, balancing it out. Also, not just have quiet moments for myself, but also high energetic moments. Because otherwise I give myself the signal like when I'm with me, I'm only like, it's only silent and quiet, and in the end like a monotonous kind of way of living, which for me can become very easily very boring. And that's one of the things that the last few days especially I've been like, I'm bored. And that's when I picked up again with piano and reading, and I have not been bored since. I went outside also, went to the park, was listening to audiobooks. It was one audiobook, but it was a really transformative few days. So if you are in a situation right now where you're physically not well and you are taking a few days off, then I would invite you to really dive deep into questioning yourself. What is it how you actually want to live your life? What do you want to invite more of, and how can you live a more fulfilled life? And this video is basically a reminder that you're worthy of your dreams, of your goals, and that you're worthy of remembering them. I would love to hear from you as well. Share in the comments, like, what is it that you are wanting to implement and have kind of forgotten or buried? Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it, comment, and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, lots of love from my heart to yours. There's my heart, not here, but a big hug as well. All right. See you in the next one.